Good morning. I hope you are all doing well. First, I just wanted to apologize for the video that I tried to post when I was playing sound in the woods. I have never had that happen. So apparently, something was fighting me on getting that out to you, but it was such a beautiful place to play. Um, I will probably go back there and do another one since it did not turn out. So I just wanted to say good morning. Today is the first day of school, so it always gets me. If you think that I've been crying, you're probably right. um, and I understand now why people want more and more kids because it's just painful the older they get. Anyways, I thought it'd be good to pull a couple cards in lieu of my recent purge. And I'm going to be completely transparent, and this is so vulnerable for me because I'm going through it as we speak. Um, and I know a lot of you probably can resonate and probably could use this video. So, obviously, finances are always um, a big issue, right? Or a wound in our family and for ourselves. And if you are financially set, I am so glad you're not going through this. Um, and many of us are. And that's why I'm putting this out there. And I'm not going to use the single mom excuse because I still think you have to get up, bust your ass, do what you need to do. And Spirit also teaches us that you don't have to go balls to the walls 24 hours every day, all day, um, to feel productive, right? Like you still have to rest. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. I've been in the negative. I've lived off of $2. I am budgeting like crazy. Like there's just no extra money um, right now for fun things, right? That costs money. Um, and I've made it work and being with my boys and teaching them that fun isn't always about spending a lot of money. Um, and I'm putting this out there because it hit me really hard. I had a family purge, so something in my ancestry line that I purged, and it was definitely a mother wound. Um, and looking at that lineage and looking at the energy that has been passed down generation to generation. One that helped me give compassion to my mom, um, which, I never really had a strong relationship with my mom. And that's going to be a whole nother video because I think there are things that are still clearing up for me to help me get to a better place regarding that. So I want to put that all in one video. And I am going to work with an amazing person who's going to help me get organized with all this information so I can present that to you in an organized fashion. And I just want to say thank you so much for those of you who have sent me messages and chat messages and just saying, take your time. You deserve this time as you heal and try to support you as well. So thank you for those messages. Um, but so I'll give you more information on that once my person helps me get organized. And then the other thing was flowing through these purges. Um, I know it can get really tough and really heavy. And I'll be honest, I've had really dark thoughts in my life. And it came up, and I was like, gosh, I haven't been in this place for a very long time. And so I had to ask myself, and I was able to recognize where it was coming from. And I had to ask myself, like, where is this coming from, right? Because in the 3D world, as a mental health therapist, being in such a pit is a concern to a therapist, and you start like working on a safety plan, right? Or you start working on like how do you help people access their coping skills to not sit in isolation. Um, and so, in the spiritual realm, going back and figuring out where the energy cord is coming from, and there's been a lot of financial strife in my family. Um, and I won't speak personally and put anybody's business out there, but we are a family of business owners. All of us except one of my siblings, or two of my siblings, technically, were business owners. And there have been different issues within that. And so I really had to look at it in a different way, but I wasn't able to get there until a new friend. I'm telling you guys, once you get rid of toxic and negative people in your energy field, you will attract your tribe. I met this gentleman maybe 3 months ago, and this is where I tell you, like, pay attention, sit in the quiet, trust your intuition. He came across my Alignable page, and oftentimes I scroll, right? Because I'm like 7 minutes in between clients, or I have a ton of things to do. And, I love networking and I hate networking. I think the more that I become aware of my gifts, I need my downtime to recenter and re energize. But I saw his profile and it was so kind. He sent me a message, so I responded. And he is such a warm hearted, kind individual who has led me to a lot of different opportunities. And this is because I am making more space for positive people in my life who believe in me and who have the same vision. We are not on the same healing journey, right? He might be working on something different. But I will tell you, in this moment of despair about finances, he sent me a message and he said, "How are you doing?" And we've been working on collaborative things together, but I have not heard from him on an individual basis. So that was a huge sign. And he followed his intuition. He must have got some kind of nudge from the universe to reach out to two. So I was transparent, and usually I am not. Um, and he's like, "Gosh, I've been there." It was validating, right? "I've been there, hang in there, it'll get better." Um, and he, um, he was able to communicate an imprint of money and finances in my life. And he identified age. And he, that age that he gave me was right at that time that my father was dying of cancer. Um, and so that was really helpful for me to be able to go back to that money imprint in my ancestral line and to purge it, to look at it, to breathe it, to feel it. And trust me, it was such a hurtful, sad um, purge, because I could feel the sadness in my family history regarding money, and what it has done to destroy people. Um, and so I did that. I went to bed, and it always happens this way. I go through a purge, and you might experience it different. I woke up and I felt a release and a shift. Um, a couple other shifts too, but that is what a purge looks like, and that's what growth and healing looks like. I know it's not easy and it is absolutely painful, but being on the other side is so worth it. Going through it is super heavy and intense, and that's why it's important to get rid of negative people and build your tribe. And they will come in. If you are actively healing and working on healing, your higher power, whoever you identify, is going to see that and they are going to support you. Um, I am telling you, like, things are timeless, right? So it is not always a quick answer or a quick change. And continue to stay your path. There are many times I wanted to give up, and I didn't, because I have some great supports in my life. So I'm here for you. Please message me. Please message in the chat, and I would love to offer you that support that I have received, because I would not be here without the people that I have met. So that is my spiel about purging and growth and healing. Um, and I'm just wishing you well. So um, that was definitely a root chakra clearing for me. And so, if you can identify where these wounds are coming from, when you get Reiki or when you work with a spiritual worker, um, you know, being able to acknowledge what chakras are blocked, and they'll be able to tell you too. So, if you don't know, don't worry about it. That will come out. Okay. So I'm gonna just do an affirmation card because I love these, and then I'll do another video that does a 5-minute meditation for you so I can start building those videos. All right, well, I guess we needed 2 cards today. Healing relationships and brave heart. So, healing relationships with profound self reflection and boundless compassion, I embark upon the healing journey of past relationships that have caused me pain. Liberating my spirit from the shackles of resentment, I shower forgiveness upon myself and others, basking in the radiant embrace of love and reconciliation. This is huge. Um, as I started my healing journey, you get confirmation about the relationships in your life, what people have done to you. Um, well, from a different, higher vantage point, you start to recognize it's not what they did to you because they're acting out of their own wounds. Um, you start to find more compassion and you are able to forgive people for what they have done because there's so much darkness and they're responding out of their wounds, right? And until you start healing and you figure out what that is, it can feel really personal. Um, and so when you start healing, these things don't hit you as hard because you're able to see how unhealed other people are and you're able to let things go. It's a journey that definitely was not where I was when I left for Australia, and that sparked the start of my awakening. So stick with it, okay? Braveheart. I have the courage and bravery to face my fears and take risks. I trust in my abilities and know that I can handle any challenge that comes my way. I am strong and capable. So, with those, I wish you well and I wish you a lot of love, light, and protection. And I will see you soon. Take care.